He's friend Loboe. He's here with us, and we discussing the National Heritage Culture Challenge event. I was looking on Tama, social media page this morning, and I saw this interesting description of what has been happening in the village so far,
Right.
and they talk about this a guy from Monserrado County. Is he what is his name? Okay, I hope I can get that later.
Loyalty.
Royalty.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's him. That since they entered the village on last Saturday, yeah, he has been the king of the village the chief, sorry, of the village till now. But what has been happening, Frank? Probably people who have not had the opportunity to see so far. I'm sure they will run after this program later. But give us an idea of what has been happening so far in the village.
Okay, so thank you again. The village is all about portraying our heritage, our rich culture. So in the village, there's no specific thing that we told them to go and do. No.
Okay.
Village is natural. They develop their own discussion. They go into it and they come up with their foundings, because in there you have the chief. First, let me let those listening to us know how he became chief.
Okay.
So every county is being voted, all right, on the platform. So the county that got the highest vote is the county that went into the village and to take control of the throne.
You mean before the entry, right?
Before.
Okay.
All right. So because people started voting prior to the entry to the village.
Okay.
And so they got the highest vote. I think the top. Next to them, followed by Grand Cape Town County and Bond County. And so Monserrado came number one. So that's how they entered the village, and he went straight in there and got on the throne as the chief. And then he was asked to because the village is built in a way that the chief quarter is bigger. Okay, that chief quarter can hold up to like 8 persons. All right, 8 or 9 persons. So the chief was asked to select a county that will join him in his quarter. All right, because each county has 5 persons. And so that's how he started. He asked that Grand Jude County will join him in his quarter. So in his quarter, he's in there and conducts his affairs. So if you watch it, you will see that not far from the chief quarter is the kitchen. Okay, not far from the kitchen is the creek. Okay, and then on and on, and then the square, where they all gather, and on and on and on. And so that's how he went and took his seat, and he went on proceeding as a chief. Okay, holding meetings, talking to them, and giving instructions. And for us, we were surprised to see that kind of talent that in that young man. All right, and they are buying, because before entering the village, we gave them the rules. What do we go by? And so if you follow
they were only given rules, but they were not told what to do.
No, we didn't tell them what to do.
All right.
They're moving according to the rules. First thing, before you dethrone a chief, it must be a consensus of the elders. Every county has an elder, so it must be a consensus. So everybody must agree. 2 persons can just go down and say today we don't want our chief. No, it doesn't work like that. So they've been trying, and those who've been watching, you've been at certain time.
Yeah, that's what I saw in a readout.
Yeah,
they've been trying to
get him out. But he's a smart young kid. Okay, but he's the chief. So every time they were playing, and the thing is that for those who are watching, whatsoever that is happening in a particular part of the village, the people on the other side, they're not seeing it. They're not even hearing it. But when you're watching the television, you're seeing all the different shots coming at once to you. So you think that everything that you're seeing there is what all the others have. No. Then you have the Zobush there. So when the oracle is about to talk to any particular person, because the oracle is speaking directly to the chief. All right, so the chief will not relate to his people. So that's the whole story, and it's going. And so the way in which he been comporting himself, it shows that he has the village under his control. Just yesterday, they were designing some strategy to get him out, and they said, oh, he's coming down to her, and then when he's talking to them, they must bow, and they must all of that. And there's something we must mention. One of the contestants, one of the strong men, okay, from I don't know which country, except go and check it. While they were in the village, and then he said that according to, I don't know, his tradition or something, or his religious understanding, he cannot bow to anybody. But I think he wasn't grabbing what was going on. The whole thing in there is depicting our culture. So it's a whole bunch of acts that going on, people acting. That's like a movie, But he couldn't understand it. And so the brother said, look, I can't do that. So he decided to walk out of the village. And he said that he cannot control. In fact, what he told us was that if he should bow down to anybody in that village, whether we acting or wherever, he should bow down, he said there will be consequences. And he would be affected, so he cannot do that. And so we couldn't hold him. Because what happened was that we asked all of them to sign a contract. All right, so he decided to break the contract. And so the man has his will. So we accepted that. And so that's how he exited from the village.
Okay, right? So he left the village because of that.
Yeah, because of that.
Okay.
You see, so everything you're watching there, I want people to understand that this is an act. Okay, we know you're putting your natural thing into it, but they're acting. We're watching the movie, watching how it's been done in other countries, because there's a semblance of all the things you see in a village. We have it right there. All right, they're cooking their own food. In fact, we got some artists in there. They're facing a sculpture and all like that. All these things are embedded in there. But I'll be so glad somebody listening to me right now. If you have Satcom decoder, I will ask that you go to channel 3. And it's a 24-hour thing. So you just be right there and you see watching it. And it's going on and all through. There's no break. And we'll be like this for the next 5 weeks. But we're just going for 4 today, the 5th day. And so the thing is that the rule says if you cannot dethrone the chief within 5 days, then you just have to leave. Because every week, one county will have to sit on the throne. Okay? So as we close to the end of, I think it should be 2 days from now, a new king will have to be elected.
Okay.
Okay. So if you fail to remove
your county, meaning that they will go to the next week.
No. What will happen is that he will serve his term.
Oh, okay.
He will serve his term, and then they will go into election for a new chief. So if you see that the chief is doing some things that are contrary to what you people understand, and maybe he's not going according to the culture and breaking the norms and other kind of things, you now have the right to say, look, we don't want our chief, but you have to do it in an orderly manner because there are rules governing that. Okay? The elders must agree, they must assemble, you must consult your people, and then from there you come to the oracle and tell the oracle, oh, these are the things that we face with, so we voted unanimously. We don't want our chief. Then the oracle will now take the decision.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Frank.
Yeah.
So the show, it cannot be played on TSTV or and TV.
So again, it could be on DSTV, but for now we are on Satcom. Satcom is different from DSTV. All right, so we are on Satcom. We are on channel 3. We got channel 2. It's the same time on TV. Channel 2 and 3. So 2, we got movies there. African movies, European movies. But for channel 3, for live events, for example, besides what we're doing now, after this whole village thing, somebody may be having a program somewhere and you want a live coverage, just come and let us know. We have our team right now, our marketing department, strong, ready, and moving. Just in Congo Town, on top of, opposite the MVTI, okay? And somebody may be saying, but where is the village? All right, for too long we've been telling them, but now they are saying it. So the village is right in Congo Town. The village was built from scratch. The village is there. You have, in fact, today they will be doing some fishing. Okay, so the fish will be put into the water today. We've been looking at the possibility because we have called the experts. Because if you took the fish from the Atlantic Ocean and you transfer it into the regular water from the river, it might die. It would die. Okay, so if you took the fish from the river and you can just chunk it in, what we have there, because the water is being chlorinated every time, all right? And we not talk that time 2, 3, 4 gallons, almost 6 or more. Is that 6? I still be corrected, but over 10,000 gallons or more. No, 60,000. That's right, 60,000 gallons of water we have in the creek.
Creek. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do that, and of course we've already got experts We've given them all of the different signals and the signs. You have the caution. You have to be careful how you go in there, how to do it. So we train them before going into the village. We had a 2 months training with them. Okay, for 2 months we were training them how to live in the village, how to comport yourself, and how to, because there are some risks involved. All right, that pool there is a professional standard thing. You can't just be jumping inside. No, so we told them how to proceed, how to do it. Especially at night, you must be accompanied by at least 2 persons. One person can't go in the pool when everybody's sleeping. No, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Frank, I have a question for you.
Yep.
So please run us through this whole voting process.
All right. Thank you so much. Jack, look at this guy is a smart man, you know? Yeah, and this is the thing the people have been asking. Oh, thank you so much. I want to thank your father. You're doing somewhere. Keep it up, man. So the thing is that for now, there are a lot of people still wondering how to vote, how to go about. The first thing you must do is that you must download the app on your Android phone. Okay, so say you don't have an Android phone, you have a button phone, right? And so we have across Monrovia and I think beyond, people, there are money exchanger who got, they have a spot there, you know, we got a place there. So just go there and say, look, I want to vote on the e-wallet, all right? It's just you go to transfer money or withdraw money. It's the same way, okay? So in fact, we are looking for more people who want to be vendor to work with us. So you can come to our office, and of course, you can be a part of it, or you look on the television screen, you have a telephone number that's scrolling, and just call and say, look, I want to be a part of the e-wallet thing. I want to be a vendor, all right? So you come and we lock you in, and so some money will be made available. So wherever people come, and then they can do the voting on the platform. You know, it's just 25 cents for every one vote. And the good thing about it is that if you are a vendor, you get percentage on every vote.
Okay.
So you're making money. Yeah. So that's the way to go. You know. And so as you vote, your county will step up. And so this evening we intend to show, to give an update of the voting. So people will see their county, whether they're claiming or they're not moving or they're dropping, because you will see, and the highest vote will carry the winner. That's 40,000 United States dollars. That's not a joke. That's equivalent to 6,000 Liberian dollars. 6 million Liberian dollars. Okay. And so that money is already secure. It's just waiting for the winner. Yeah, it's been secure a long time. Yeah. And so we want to also call the mobilizers. Mobilizers are those people who supporting their county. They are like senior advisors, you know, and we've been getting some cooperation from some of them, but it's not forthcoming, you know. So we're asking for them to give their support to the county, because the thing is that the participants were going to them, you know, and talking to them and encouraging them and asking them to vote. Now the participants are in the village. In that village, we lay the rules. There's no cell phone, there's no telephone, there's no dark shades. There are a lot of things that we told them you can't have in there. All right, and so they were inspected thoroughly before going in there.
Okay.
And so there's no way now they can communicate with the people out there to tell them, say, vote for us. And we ourselves, we cannot communicate with them. We can't tell them anything. So we're leaving them to do their thing. They're doing it the natural way. We're picking up every shot, everything that is happening in there. You're on television, you're seeing it. Okay. We have the best of equipment. We got over 30 some more cameras from every angle. Everything that's happening in there, we're bringing it to you. If somebody made a mistake to put something in the left corner, you see it. So that's, in fact, we're installing more cameras.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, Samora will announce our numbers now, so we can start to take your calls, because I know some of you out there listening, you have interest, you want to know more, you want to ask some questions. You can have them coming in on the numbers to be announced by my co-host Samora. Let's.
Okay. So the numbers you should call are 07778-35862. Lone Star 08866-16580.
Okay, say that again.
07778-35862. 08866-16580.
Okay. All right, so those are the numbers you can call: 0777835-862 or 08866166580. You will be live here on the Bumper Show. We're talking about the National Heritage Culture Challenge Program, and we have this first caller on the line. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Jackie Ram calling on
All right, let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you for the program that you explain to the world on the technology. All the student guys talking about the culture. I wonder whether our culture is performing or where is our culture center or our culture center is to be Ali Tabe car. Because
My man, hello.
yeah, yeah,
Hello. You heard
yeah,
nothing yet about Judy Andy, right?
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
so ask
Okay, yeah.
question
I want to say,
concerning hello,
yes,
listen to me.
yes.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
ask a question concerning this program that we're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. However, the culture, where is our culture center? Because we cannot see nothing. We only hear about our culture. I don't know where our culture came from because all of these things they are talking about is also pertaining to culture.
Yeah,
So we're
it's
talking about,
pertaining to culture, but we're not even discussing the culture center here today. We're discussing an event that is been undertaken by a private institution, not even government is undertaking this. So, sorry, we're not talking anything about the culture center or Judy Andy. Please, 0777835 862. You can call that number. You will be live or 080 that's 086616580. Call any of those numbers. You will be live on the program. Samura will have a call on the line.
Your name and where you calling from?
yes, thank you. This is the country Cooper calling from Bonjam, County.
Okay, I guess you've been listening to the show, so give your point.
Thank you so much. Let me appreciate Mr. Loboe for that previous discussion, especially when we talk about our culture heritage. But I'm concerned, I'm from where Lofa. How can we be part of the process? I want to also know whether Lofa have or someone that will vote for or contested in the way. Because
Okay.
for us, I did hear it on radio.
Okay. All right. Thank you. He's jotting down your viewer questions. He will respond to that. Thank you from Lofa County. Let's hear from another person. Hello? Okay, that person left the line. Frank, you want to talk about this question about the Lofa issue? Whether you have, he wants to know whether Lofa is part and whether you have. Okay, let me take this one before we go. Hello. Yes.
This number.
Okay, you call from Bomi, Tottenberg.
Yes, that's actually a question. I just want to thank Mr. Loboe for the brilliant idea and coming on the air, to say these things. But my recommendation is, we are in a rural area. We mostly listen to our community radios. So I would recommend that maybe time can be given, jingle can be played on our community radio for the message to go across the country.
Oh,
Thank you.
all right. Thank you. Thanks for your recommendation. Frank, you want to talk about the Lofa issue?
Yeah, let me begin with the first one. Let me firstly extend on behalf of the fellow who talked about Judy Andy. Okay, let me firstly apologize to her for the manner and fashion style in which he proceeded. Judy Andy, and she served as Liberia culture ambassador for a long time, and she played her part. She did very well. It's with my understanding that we now have a new culture ambassador. All right, so just to clear that, Judy Andy, we say sorry for the way he talked to you because we must apologize to our people. They've been upholding the culture of the country for a very long time. All right, so we're going to say sorry to her. We beg you, forget about him. And the next person we'll talk about is that, like I said, we now have a new culture ambassador, and so we've been reaching out to his office and all other persons, the assistant minister for culture as well. We've been reaching out to the Ministry of Information, informed of what's going on. And we are also partnering with LBS, doing so much well. The management team here, Man Liberty, have been working. But the team headed by her visited the camp a day before the entry by the contestants. They went to tour the place and they saw it. And so we want to thank them and the management team for LBS. And then, of course, somebody asked about Lofa County, how they can vote. We have, there is a place in Vonjama. I think later on, maybe our second coming will give that place normal to them. There's a place there in Buncheman where you can go and do your voting. But I think that one for the whole county is not sufficient. And so we intend to step it up in maybe every town, major town, and so that we can have it going. And we'll make sure we can give the location and telephone number and what have you. And then on the issue of who's representing Lofa County has 5 persons representing it there. And the people representing the Lofa County team, I'm going to try and see where I can get their names. We have Florence Bala Kobwe. Most Lofa County people will know her. And she's a musician and dancer and all like that. And she's in there. And also we have maybe along the line, I will call some of the names of those people from Lofa County that are in there. Then I would like to thank our brother who called from Bombing as well. You know, we like the combination. Bombing County is also represented in there. Okay, and Bombing County mobilizer, we have Senator Edwin Melvin Snow. They've been doing so much well working with us, and also the managing director for the Labrador Water and Sewer Corporation, Mr. Dwana Kamara. They are the 2 mobilizers, and they've been working with us, our people. The children have been going to them. When I say children, I mean the contestants been going to them. But we have reached a point now that they are in the village. They can't get out now to get to them. Now that they call by telephone. Okay. So our appeal to them is that mobilizers will please see how you can double up on the voting platform, because that's the only way you will win. You have to step up the game, and so that your people, your county participation in the village can be shown, because it's not one county that is being portrayed in there. All of the counties are in there, and nobody is telling them exactly what to do. They all know what they're doing. All right, so you will see that at certain scene, this county will be there and showing what all they do, talking about the food, their clothes, the discussion, and all like that. But something interesting I must say here on the program. There is a contestant that is in the village, and it's so interesting. This morning, she burst into one of the quarters, you know, of the women, and she went there to carry a complaint. And we were watching it, and she went in there and to her colleagues and started to explain, and this, she called the person in, this girl, and blah, blah, and pointing her finger. And they, no, in the village we don't do that. We don't do that yet. That's why they put your hands down and talk. But it's been difficult for her because I'm sure she have not done that before. Yeah. And then she couldn't say, I'm not used to it. They say, but then they get outside. She felt so demoralized, and we were just watching. And then she had to put her 2 hands behind her to talk to her colleagues. Yeah. And then they head for the quarter to us and say, look, when you come to the quarter, you don't stand in front of the people and you be pointing your hand like that. That's what you can do in Montreal. Go to Montreal. In the village, you got to learn, or else we will punish you. And so she understood it and came to herself and started to behave. And these are the things we are showing to our people out there, our children. Some of our children have not been to our hometown. They have not been to the village to see how people do in the village. And so this is something that there's a caller who called us, I think, yesterday and said, I want to thank you so much. In fact, my children, my whole family, all my children, they're watching this thing. They are on it 24/7. Even if you ask them to go eat their food, they say they don't want to keep right from the television.
Definitely watching.
Yeah, because this is something that they've never seen before, And so this is how we're telling them. I think by tomorrow, they will be doing performances in the village. And so we're trying to arrange all of it. But at the same time, I think it's tomorrow that the wedding will be going on for the chief. And this is where we're asking you to keep glued to your television, because this is the traditional wedding. What people have been doing all the time, we're seeing these mixed up traditional wedding people have been doing. They have not been doing the real thing. And they've been doing some of the things that other countries been doing, like Nigeria, so to speak, and so on. So, but this time, you will see exactly what Liberians do for traditional wedding.
Frank, I think we need to take this call. This person been, hello?
Yeah, hello?
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Solomon G. Kuma. I joined from Solomon Bradley Steven.
Okay, Solomon.
Yeah, let me just thank you guys. You spoke well. But something drew my attention. On the beginning of his statement, he made mention of the culture of our republic, which he said that it is devalued, or maybe it is something that we need to revamp on. But then through this initiative that he is carrying on, I want to know what is the institution, what's the purpose that they sought to achieve after the entire program.
Okay. All right. Thank you. This guy has really been calling back and forth to know about this. Frank, you can respond to that.
Yeah, let me thank you so much from Birmingham, poor Birmingham County. I know they're listening right now. And I like the people in Birmingham County, all of the counties. The reason more to that is because I live in Birmingham. Okay, I live in Birmingham during the war era. We were there. You know, we ate the pan cabbage, we all the sugar cane, all of that. So I know where it is in Birmingham County. Okay, but the thing is that let me tell him firstly some of the things he said that no, we didn't make those statements. We didn't make those statements. What we said is that we want to portray our culture. People have not seen the real Liberian culture. For example, what is the difference between culture and tradition? This is what many people don't know. All right. First, the culture is a way of life. One, our handshake. It will interest you to know, Jack, this is the only country in the whole world where we shake our hand and snap the finger like that. This is the only country with that. And our culture is exclusive. People want to learn it. They've been trying, some people can't, they don't even know how to snap the finger. So they will just bust you and knock your hand and that part to hold it. And that is so unique. Liberians know how to do it. If you left from here and went to other country and you just want to know who Liberians are, we're talking, just go shake hands. You will see. Other people, they'll just show you, shake your hand and release it. Tell you that person is not a Liberian. But the one that will grab your hand and snap it, either is a Liberian or
all of the rules and
you know. So this is why it's so unique to us. Another thing is that you see there is a ring that we call the V ring.
Yeah.
All right, it's designed, the letter V. You see some women wearing that. One, that ring is only worn by women. Two, the reason why that ring is like that ring originates from Liberia. This is the first country. Anybody you see with that ring, let them know it's from Liberia. And how that ring came to be, these are the things we're telling people. The National Heritage and Culture Challenge. There was a time in Liberia many, many years back when the sailors would come. At that time, we never had the free port of Monrovia that we have today. We had the port, it used to be at the foot of Front Street. If you go down Coleman Hill, you go straight towards the water bank, the river bank. That was the first port in Monrovia here. Later on, they had to build a new one, which is the free port. And that was the place where the sailors would come with the boats, all right? And they would disembark, some of them would stay right there, and they would make their way up evening time and come to what we call 99 stairs. Okay. The 99 stairs were where the girls who were, in sex trade, sorry to say, but excuse me, they would come and line up on those stairs. So the sailors would come in the evening time and go out there and to transact, you know what I mean? And they would take them and they would go down in their boat. And so that was the place where they would converge in Monrovia. Now, the elite at the time did not want their children to be a part of that. So what they decided to do was that, look, we'll do a particular ring. And so children who were virgin, they made that V. That V stands for virgin. And so they would put it on their fingers. And so if you see a lady, if you see a girl with that ring, note that she's a virgin. You better don't temper around her, because anything that will go contrary, they're going to come for you in that boat. And so that was how that ring came up today, and it's called the V ring. Anywhere you go, anywhere you see V ring, it's from Liberia.
Okay, we have another person, probably our last caller. Hello.
Yeah, good evening to the EABC family and good evening to the Council of Liberia.
Good afternoon, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Abraham Political Modesitu, and I call from the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau on the most of Bagube Avenue in the community. Let me appreciate the team for this unique discussion. I think the exercise is very much unique. It will allow people to understand our issue of our culture. I like how you reflect our language, historicizing the issue of our culture. I like the way you give the differences between culture and tradition. It will help and make our little kids understand the well-being of our culture. Now I keep listening to the radio. They are also impressed about the discussion. So I hope and pray that we'll continue the discussion, ensure that we can understand the impact, the significance of our culture. Let me appreciate what we're doing here, family, by inviting the little children. I've been following them, some of them been reading the news. Up to now we have Samara Junior in studio. I'm so proud of the team. Keep it up. Thank you for coming over and together with positive mindset. We can make my library a better place.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you.
much. Frank, we don't have time now. We are wrapping up, so can we get your final comment?
Well, this was I'm your farmer because I'm still alive, so. But this will be the parting statement. And so let me thank all of those who for taking the time to be a part of what we are doing, and who have seen the light, seeing that this vision that is being carried by the CEO, Mr. Abdullah Kamara, is what Liberian been yearning for. All right, and so we're asking you to please join us and keep watching Tama TV. And in addition to that, we're asking you to be a part of the voting process, because if you don't vote, your country will not win. And so we're asking you to please do that. At first, we had the participants. They came here to LBC studio. They went to other places. They were out in the street doing their float, and there was a big march we had. We had a country code competition. We have all these programs showing them. People have seen them. Now, this is the time for the viewers to begin a part of it. We're asking, if you know your county is in there and you want your county to win, you must vote. Well, like I said, this evening we'll be showing the update of the voting, how it's going, to know where your county is going up or your county. And there's no way now you can get in touch with the contest. I mean the participants. So all our mobilizers, we're asking them. Every county has a mobilizer. Grand Julia County is open. I could go on. But we're asking them to please begin to tap up your county so that you can win. The children are doing so much well, very, very well. Nobody coached them. The only thing we're doing, we train them, told them how to go about. We brought trainers that try to beef them into, for example, traditional wedding, how to do it. And so today should be tomorrow will be the traditional wedding. We're asking all of you to keep watching Tama TV and see exactly what traditional wedding is made of in Liberia.
Royalty getting married tomorrow.
Yes, the chief is getting married tomorrow. And he was asked to take his wife. And guess where he took his wife from? He took his wife from Great Cape Mount County.
You say, what? Okay.
So thank you so much. On behalf of the entire team of Tama TV, Tama Corporation, our CEO, Mr. Abdullah Kamara, we have a full team on the ground, our HR, Amanda Tamara. We want to all of you. Our doors are open for sponsorship. So come right in. If you can't come, just look at the telephone number. It's scrolling on the television screen and call us, and so we can reach out to you. So your business can be on the screen. People need to know exactly where your business got for the next year, 2023. What are you gonna do? Insurance company, producers, and what have you? Come so we can move this thing forward. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. On that note.
Okay, I'm Samora Peas and Wolokali Junior, and I have my colleague.
Okay, so Jab Davis is my name, and together we call it a quit on this edition of the program. We had as guest on this last segment of the program Frank Loboe, who is the media consultant at Tama TV, and we talk about the National Heritage Culture Challenge program. Till tomorrow, when we'll be back here with another edition of the program, we've been